So when I tell y'all I cried myself to sleep so many nights, like when I first my first like 2 years, because I didn't go home for 2 whole years after I moved. What's going on, y'all? It's your girl, Try Curia, Try for Short. Thanks for tuning in with me. Make sure you go ahead, hit that like button, share, comment, and subscribe. I hope that you get something from today's video. So, as many of you all know, I have been living abroad for 3 years now. And y'all, when I say the journey it's not for the weak. I'm gonna tell y'all that. I'm gonna tell y'all that now. It really is a journey that is not for the weak. Especially if you are deciding to move abroad alone. So this video entails on how I have navigated living abroad and being so far away from family, and just essentially navigating through this journey alone. So when I tell y'all I cried myself to sleep so many nights, like when I first my first like 2 years, because I didn't go home for 2 whole years after I moved. And 6 month mark I was okay. Baby, when it hit that year mark, year and a half mark, I was like, oh no. Like, oh my goodness. Because you get like this longing for commonality and just home, that sense of home. If you were able to experience like a loving home, like being in a loving environment, you miss that and you long for that. So for me, it has been um a curve in a sense, but also like I was able to adapt a little bit easier, I feel like, being the raised as the only child. So but the curve came in when it's like literally you are the first person in your scope, in your locus at this moment who is doing this. And so, trailblazing, whenever you are doing something for the first time in your immediate community, you are the trailblazer essentially. And for me, navigating being abroad, being alone, being in solitude has been one that has really strengthened me and made me like the woman that I am today. People see the adventure, they see just the excitement, but they don't see the moments of solitude, the moments of reawakening, the moments of being isolated or feeling isolated in a sense. And for me, building community has become like a big goal of mine, and to be able to, bridge what I'm used to with the new has become that resolution or challenge, because it's so important to have strong community. And when I say community, y'all, it doesn't have to be 100 people. Like, community can be, a few people, a handful of people that you trust and that has shown you that the relationship is reciprocal and balanced. So it was so good for me to have my mom recently come and visit me. It was her first time touching the grounds of the continent of Africa, and Senegal was her first introduction. And having her here really just made me realize that, like, family is so important, community is so important, and having those people in your corner that back you up, that encourage you, that push you, is like it's like an ignition, like it ignites that fire within you because you feel seen, you feel loved, you feel cared for and valued. And that is such a beautiful thing. We all should experience that in our lives. Like, we all should have that pleasure, that simple luxury, because I believe that is a luxury as well. Being able to have someone you can lean on, and talk to and work things out with, because it's not always peaches and cream, but at the end of the day, it's the effort that you put into it. So for myself, being able to navigate in this new space, this different space, I really focus on, you know, building my core community group and being able to ultimately uplift each other and come to each other, help each other when that time comes, because everybody's living their life, everybody is doing their thing, and that's beautiful, that's awesome. But also realizing that we are human and that human connection is so vital for our survival. So if you're a person who has recently moved abroad and you're navigating, building community, um you know, getting that sense of gratification, like as if you are in a core solid group that is there to build you up, I would say definitely take your time with that as well. Like, don't rush into it, because sometimes people move abroad and then, they're so eager to, like, be in this, be in that, be with these people, be with those people, and they don't really take the time to experience self first and navigate self in that space. They just kind of jump into it, and sometimes it works out for people, but sometimes, a lot of times, it doesn't. So if you are a person that is thinking about going abroad and navigating in a different space, I would say don't rush into trying to build community so quickly that you miss signs and you miss the opportunity to kind of sit back and observe. Be an observer first, and then you can make your decisions accordingly on who you allow in your space and who you allow in your core group, because that's going to be really important for you and your experience navigating in a new country. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. Yeah, I'm going to do better with my talking points, because I know sometimes I can like go on tangents and just start speaking, but I really do want, my sit down lifestyle chat videos to be organic and natural. So even though sometimes I have speaking points, like I don't really always follow them. So it just kind of gives me a framework of what I know I want to share. So if you have made it this far in the video, you are the real MVP. Shout out to you. I appreciate you all. Make sure you like the video, share it with someone, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you haven't done so already, so you can stay up to date on the latest and greatest videos. Until next time, it's your girl Tricuria. Peace.